The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Welcome back, everyone. Right now, you're listening to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network inside of the Pizza Ranch studio. The big fella up there, Guy Newcomb, coach over there, DA, ready to go get something to eat. He's hungry. I can hear his stomach grumbling from way over here in the big town of Springfield, Missouri. Guy, how you doing this weekend, my friend?
I am good. I'm still in Bolivar because my credits won't transfer to Michigan. So I'm going to just stay right here and be on the show.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have got into the portal, Guy. You need to go to a potty, one of those potty houses. You don't belong in the portal, Guy. You too good for that. What about you, DA? Where you at, my friend? How's your week?
Going real well. I don't have any credits to transfer, so I'm staying put.
DA, I heard you were so far behind you thought you was in first place this whole time.
Yes, I was bringing up the rear, no doubt about that.
Well, everyone, I've gone off my hiatus from supporting the Cardinals and being mad at them, and so I'm gonna put this sucker back on, and I'm gonna flash it right there. Let me see if you can see that STL behind me, because right now we are rolling. We are a well-oiled machine. We're gonna jump into right away. Right, I'm not even gonna talk about anybody else. I'm gonna get into the Cardinals because if I'm not mistaken, in their last 10 games, Mr. Newcomb, what are we in our last 10 games? The good fans of St. Louis Cardinals. What is our record in the last 10 games?
We're 8-2.
And tell me why is that, sir? Please tell me why.
Well, I tell you what, because you're getting a lot of production out of Nolan Gorman and Nolan Arenado. They're in the top 5 in RBIs in Major League Baseball, and that may be one of the most dangerous 2 through 6 lineups in the game, with Wilson Contreras sitting in that 6th spot.
Thank you. The two, can we call them the Nolan twins?
Nolan twins. There you go.
Can we call them Nolan twins? So, God, tell me, I heard an interesting stat earlier, and Nuke, feel free to chime in. Well, no, Nuke, you don't get to talk. Excuse me, Coach. You don't get to talk about the Cardinals. You just sit back. You know, we'll leave you the Royals and the Cubs to talk about. We're gonna focus on the big fella. If I had the controls, if I was producing this segment, I would drop all the others and go straight cameo on my man, Mr. Guy Nuke. Big fella. From what I hear, Nolan Arenado was on a pace that only 2 other individuals in the history of the game have been on. Tell me about that.
Well, yeah, he picked up his 1,000th RBI, and he has 1,000 RBIs, 300 home runs, and he's done that before his 1,500 game. And only 2 other people have done that in the history of baseball, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. Chipper Jones and Eddie Matthews, both Braves, by the way. But he's on pace.
Well, we got a big victory last night, 3-0. DeYoung comes in, hits a 2-run shot, got us a little cushion. And I think we could have swept, actually, if you go back to the night before. But tell me about Liberatore, how he pitched last night, big fella.
Well, he threw 95 pitches. He got through 6. Didn't give up a run, didn't give up any runs, earned run or any runs at all. He walks the guy in the 7th. They decide to pull him. He's 95 pitches, but he was 3.13 ERA coming in, from AAA. And this was already his 9th appearance in Major League Baseball, and I didn't realize that. Or 9th appearance with the Cardinals, the big Cardinals. But his last one, you got to go back to October of 2022. And we've been waiting for him to come up. And here he is, and he had a great outing, and he's kind of turned into maybe that little stopper maybe that we need.
I love it. My mother always taught me to be kind and nice and gentle to those that even are not so nice and not so kind and not so gentle with you. I'm going to exercise that. I'm going to let Coach jump in here. DA, I know you've been following the Cardinals. I know you've been watching. What do you what do you think has been the biggest change in the last 10 games with them?
Well, I think the off-field drama has subsided, honestly.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Contreras is their catcher again.
Yeah.
And I read a story where Goldschmidt had a players-only meeting prior to the Chicago Cubs series, and that's kind of surprising coming from Goldschmidt. He the article says that he's kind of the quiet assassin. He leads by example, not by his voice, and for him to do that, I think probably grab some attention around the clubhouse. And hey, they're playing as well as anybody in all of Major League Baseball right now, and I have to give credit where credit's due. The offense is starting to click, and their pitching's been pretty solid throughout the last week as well. They've kind of worked themselves back into the NL Central race, and fortunately for them, I think everybody's so bad in that NL Central that they're going to be in the thick of things here within a couple of weeks.
Yeah, with that new schedule change where you don't play as much inside your division, I don't know if that's going to hurt or help the Cardinals. But Guy, go ahead and close us out. What do you think we'll do in this upcoming series against the Dodgers, and how do you foresee the next 10 games?
Well, I tell you, the Dodgers, I mean, they're just awfully good. And it's going to be a packed house at Busch Stadium. Anytime the Dodgers come to town, St. Louis Cardinal fans love to hate on the Dodgers and the Cubs. And it'll be a packed house. The Cardinals are playing as well as anybody in Major League Baseball right now. To win 8 out of their next 10, that's going to be a tall order. But we'll see what happens. I'd like to take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers for sure.
Absolutely. DA, let's pivot a little bit here and talk about the Royals. They're staying average the last 10 games, which if you put in a 10-game slot, 16 of them, you can stay average or above average. You'll be in the thick of things. Tell me about the Royals and what do you think some of the highlights are of their last 10 games?
Yeah, I'll go to a low light first. They end up getting swept in a 4-game series by the Brewers, which on the other hand didn't really help the Cardinals.
Not at all.
But they go to San Diego and win 2 of 3, which is not easily done. And they're playing better baseball right now. They're 14-31. They have Chicago White Sox coming up, and they need to win 2 or 3 there. And I think if they just kind of keep picking off and winning games that they need to do, all of a sudden, they can move up on the White Sox right now in the division. And now they're not going to win the division by any means or of the imagination, but they can certainly string some wins together like they did against the Padres.
Well, you see a little bit of signs of improvement. Some games, I think 1 or 2 of them got a little bit out of hand, but from what I see about the Royals, they're gonna be a work in progress, and who knows what'll happen in a couple of years. Guy, I'm gonna give you the last word here on the State of the Union. I'm gonna give you the State of the Union address. Should I come down off my limb? Should I get off the meds? Or the Cardinals back, or is this just an aberration? And we'll see. Tell me, am I okay to join them back into the fold? Will y'all let me back on the bus?
Yeah, you need to get back on the bus. I mean, the Cardinals, their lineup is too good offensively to have gone through what they've gone through. If Liberatore can, that pitching staff was kind of baling twine and bubblegum, but the bullpen has been decent. If you get a good bullpen and you get some quality starts, you got Wainwright's back in the dugout. I think people have discounted that fact that he is back in the dugout and that this run starts happening. I think that's very important to the Cardinals. So I can see them going 7-3 over the next 10, 6-4. I don't see them losing that much. On the Royals side of it, at the beginning of the season, the over/under was 69.5 wins. Well, that dropped to 60.5. So they're going to lose 100 games.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for letting me back on the bus. I need a window seat. And what was that thing about bubblegum you said? What did you just say?
Bubblegum and baling twine.
Yeah, explain to our audience what that means.
not just how you hold things together. Hey, you grow up on the farm, or you're trying to find something to wrap up something. You just spit your bubble gum out and wrap it up in some baling twine and lasso something.
Yeah,
Hey,
we'll leave it alone.
I'm from the city. It's duct tape and WD-40.
I'm not. I ain't heard no bubblegum bailing. Hey, if you listen to Huddle Up, you'll learn way more about the lifestyles of the rich and famous, or the not so rich and not so famous. But hey, that's our first segment. Thank you for listening to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with segment 2, and we'll talk a little bit about some local athletes and some baseball and some collegiate athletics too. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
Not only is Country Financial our insurance, but they treated us like family.
Relationships are the single most important piece of the puzzle. We always ask this question: what is the right thing to do?
Welcome back, everyone, to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network inside the Pizza Ranch studio. This is a segment in which we're going to talk about collegiate sports and some local high school sports. This segment right here, we're going to hold this together with duct tape and WD-40. That means, DA, you're up first, my friend. Tell me a little bit what's going on in collegiate baseball and softball around the great state of Missouri.
You bet. And we'll start off with baseball. Division I. All teams are finishing up their regular season. Conference tournaments will start up next week. Last weekend of regular season play starting this weekend. In Division II, Central Missouri, Missouri Southern, and Maryville all advanced to the NCAA Division II regionals. Good luck to those teams. In Division III, also NCAA Division III regionals, Webster University and Washington University have both advanced. And NAIA, they started having their regional tournaments earlier this week. Central Methodist, Missouri Baptist, and Columbia College all advanced to the NAIA regionals, but all were eliminated in regional play. And then NCCAA, we have two Southwest Missouri teams advancing to the NCCAA World Series. Baptist Bible College out of Springfield, Missouri, and then College of the Ozarks from in the Branson area, Point Lookout. Both advance to the NCCAA World Series, and then the JUCO National Tournaments start up next week. Guy, I think you've got some news on the NCCAA Nationals.
Yeah, I've got some family playing in that game. One for C of O and one for BBC. And of course, they played each other 4 times already this year, including in the championship game of that regional tournament down at College of the Ozarks to advance. BBC wins that in a walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 9th to get a 4-3 victory there, so they get the automatic bid. College of the Ozarks had 42 wins. So they receive an at-large bid, and so they're going to drive up there, and they drive all the way up there. They're going to play each other on Friday at 11 a.m. So they'll play tomorrow at 11 a.m., and then the winner will play at 6 p.m. on Saturday. The loser will play at 11 a.m. on Friday on Saturday in an elimination game, and they're playing up at the Kansas City Urban Youth Development Center up there, right there by the Nigger League Hall of Fame. And it's a money that Salvador Perez had put a lot of money into those facilities up there. They're very nice facilities, and they're going to host this NCCAA World Series. So I'll have eyes on it. My mom and dad may be driving up there. I know my sister and brother-in-law, they'll be up there, and I root for both of them. Maybe they'll just finish first and second. I don't care how they finish, but they'll both get rings maybe. So looking forward to that.
No second place rings here. Sorry, my friend. But maybe, who knows, man? Maybe get a plaque or a trophy or something. Second place shouldn't be walking around going with a ring on their finger. Hey, what's that ring for? Oh, we came in second. No, it doesn't work like that. No. Come to my house. You'll see a little plaque on the wall. It says second place right there. Good place for it. We acknowledged you. No ring.
So you're telling me you're a participation trophy kid.
That's what. Well, no. I'm against it. I think that's a guy who's like, hey, we all played, so everybody gets a ring. No, we're not going to do that on this show. Big fella, there's been a lot of interesting development on the high school scene as far as baseball, and it seems like Catholic got a little revenge last night.
Well, yeah, they go out. They're the 3 seed in that district. They've been number 2 in the state all year long. They get put in that 3 spot, and there's not any difference between second and third. As far as seeding, you're still going to play each other to get there. But I think they use that as a little bit of motivation, and they come back and they get Rogersville 2-1 in that district championship last night. So Springfield Catholic and head coach Courtney Spitz, they advance. Republic and Nixa are playing in that Class 6 district. That is at Republic. So the winner of that will advance. And then Glendale, who is also in that similar situation, they came in as a 3 seed. They've been number 1 in the state all year for the majority of the year. They get the 3 seed in their district. They upset Camdenton, and this is a Camden team that beat them 9-0 earlier this year. But Glendale gets that victory. Willard in extra innings gets a walk-off walk against a very good Branson team a night ago. And so they went 3-2 in 9 innings. So then Willard and Glendale will match up. And in that district championship, Ash Grove has continued to just win. They're still undefeated. They won their district over Morrisville in that district championship game. They beat Pierce City handily in the semifinal game. So they advance. And they're going to take on a Marionville team that went to the Final Four a year ago, but they kind of struggled early this year. They were a 4 seed going into their district. Well, they upset Purdy, who was number 2 in the state. And Russellville, who is the defending Class 2 state champion, they get upset, so to speak, in their district last night by Eugene. So there's still some games going on tonight. I know Licking here locally and in the Springfield area, Licking's playing Houston. Cole Camp has already defeated Butler in that district. Sullivan is playing St. James tonight. You got Rockwood Summit out of St. Louis, and they're playing Chaminade College Prep, but that's just the semifinal game. So, they're a little bit behind. You've got Webb City, who's the 2 seed in their district. Kearney is the 1 seed. Those semifinals are tonight. Webb City takes on Belton. Kearney takes on Lincoln College Prep. And then Smithville is in a semifinal. We had them on earlier last week on a team of the week, and they're playing Platte County for the right to move on and play Jackson, who is the number 1 seed in that district. So lots of games still going on. There's softball Final Fours that start tomorrow at Killian. You got district soccer going on right now. Golf just wrapped up. You've got your state champions in golf. We have a local champion here, individual champion in Asher Rush from Ash Grove. You had some other teams that did pretty well as well. So we're kind of winding down here in the spring season.
D, that's a lot of baseball, a lot of softball. D, I know you're excited, brother. So when we get into this, excuse me, everyone, when we get into this type of year, it's very fun. Please go out, check your local newspapers, go out and support these individuals. D, I'm going to give you the last word. Are you excited about this time of year? Is this not one of the best times of the year or what?
Oh, yeah. Anytime you get playoff situations, it's always a great time of year. And I want to throw out on the softball side, congratulations to Central Methodist up in the central part of our state. They are 41-10. They advanced to the NAIA World Series softball tournament. They will play Baker on May 25th in Columbus, Georgia. So good luck, Lady Eagles.
All right. Good luck to all those athletes out there in your favorite high school or collegiate program. Hey, that's our second segment. We'll be back to wrap this up. Don't go anywhere. You listen to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy CyberCash. Visit ChevyCyberCash.com today.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support for life. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
Welcome back to Huddle Up here on the Missouri Sports Network inside of the Pizza Ranch studio. This is our third segment, counted 1, 2, 3, our third and final segment. And we're just going to kind of rapid fire a couple things here. We'll give a wrap on the Chiefaholics. There was a sighting. I'll let you know about it. But right now we're going to talk about what you're thinking. And tell you what, I can start this off, or I can go up there to the big fella. We can go over the coach. But I tell you what, I'm going to go to the big fella. Big fella, give me a second or two about what you've been thinking.
I'll tell you what, I'm thinking the Cardinals need to pick up an arm. You know, they are not out of this deal. They have got to pick up an arm. They got Tyler O'Neill, who can't stay healthy. Get rid of him. Package him up with DeYoung. DeYoung is hitting now. He's hitting home runs. Go out and get you a freaking arm on the mound.
Okay, simple enough. That's a quick thought. I hear you. I don't know if I like giving up DeYoung right now, because if he goes down, and you got then you're gonna put, where you gonna put Edmonds? I don't know. I think I like him. He's kind of versatile, but I've been a proponent of O'Neill. You can get rid of him. I mean, today, right now, heck, I could demote him, and I wouldn't be mad at that. But I love it. I love it. I love it. What about you, DA? What you been thinking?
PGA Championship weekend at Oak Hill. Should be an interesting tournament. I'm hoping my boy John Rahm wins, but right now DeChambeau leads after day one. Should be a very good tournament on a very tough golf course.
I know. I heard everyone said that's a tough course, and some people said they would have him winning it. So it'd be interesting to see. That first day, you kind of just want them to stay in contention. You don't want them to fall too far out of it, and then you go, man, who is this guy at the leaderboard? And then the other guys. But it's always been pretty exciting to watch those guys come back up on Sunday. All right, I'm going to end this sucker here. I'm going to tell you what I've been thinking. I've been thinking about them L.A. Lakers and the Denver Nuggets, and I'm thinking the Nuggets are going to get them. I'm thinking Denver might get them. Tonight there's a big game. We're going to see how that goes. I'm excited to watch it. But I've been thinking maybe Denver has something up their sleeve. We didn't get a chance to watch them a whole heck of a lot unless you follow the NBA pretty thoroughly. But the Joker's the real deal, and they got a pretty good team around them. And I've been thinking that I've also must have been living inside of a cave or something, because I've never heard of bubble gum and baling twine. And maybe I don't know what's been going on in my life. You know, rest in peace, my parents, but maybe I just wasn't taught the best. So I never heard of bubble gum and baling twine holding things together. You know, I got a little leaky faucet in the back. I might go up under there and put a little cup of gum, put a little bubblicious in my mouth, and try to go find me some baling twine and see if I can catch and get that sucker away. So, hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. And we're going to end this segment here with a little bit of the sightings of the Chiefaholics. Now, I might have been the only one that saw him, but I swear I saw him holding a sign on the corner of Battlefield and Glenstone, right by the mall there. I swear I saw him. I swear it was him. If it wasn't him, I don't know. I called the police. They thought I was playing and said, who's the Chiefaholics? I said, he's a big guy, not the best looking. I go, do you know who Guy Newcomb is? They go, yeah. I go, looks just like him. They said, okay. They said, we'll go look. Hey, fellas, y'all take me home. Guy, DA, what do y'all got to say to our audience?
Hey, just thoughts and prayers continued for Art Haynes as he continues to recover, and also wanted to just kind of extend out thoughts and prayers to the Bolivar community. Had a bus accident today. I think everyone's going to be fine, but they did have to take several students to the hospital.
Yeah, definitely. Our thoughts and prayers out to all those involved, and just looking forward to a great weekend of baseball, softball. To all Missouri teams, good luck. Go get them.
Go get them. Go get them. Well, here's my thought for the week. I hope when both of y'all come back next week, y'all look a little bit better. I need y'all kind of bringing me down. All right, fellas. Hey, it's been a good show with y'all. Hey, we'll be right back again. We'll be back again next week. Don't go anywhere. Just stay right by your TV or your phone or your computer. Just stay there for a whole 7 days, and we'll be right back at you next Thursday. You get a chance to listen to us again. This is Huddle Up on the Missouri Sports Network inside of the Pizza Ranch studio. Be safe, everyone. Take care.
This has been a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in.